Across the wide African plains, where the land stretched endlessly under the open sky, an elephant herd began its journey. This journey was not new. It had been repeated for generations, guided by memory, instinct, and the quiet wisdom of the elders. Migration was not a choice, for the elephants. It was a way of life. At the front of the herd walked the matriarch, the oldest and most experienced female. Her skin was marked with time, and her movements were slow but confident. She remembered paths others had forgotten, hidden waterholes, shaded valleys, and safe crossings. The herd trusted her completely. Behind her followed mothers, calves, and young elephants still learning the rhythm of travel. The calves stayed close to their mothers, their small trunks swinging as they walked. Sometimes they stumbled over rocks or roots, but gentle nudges and low rumbles guided them forward. Migration was tiring, but it was also a lesson in endurance. The dry season had arrived, and water was becoming scarce. Rivers that once flowed freely were now thin lines of mud. Grass turned yellow, and the air carried dust instead of moisture. The elephants moved steadily, conserving energy. Walking mostly in the early morning and late afternoon when the sun was softer. Along the way, the land spoke to them. The matriarch paused often, lifting her trunk to smell the air. She listened to distant sounds carried by the wind. The elephants communicated quietly, through deep vibrations felt through the ground. These sounds reminded them they were not alone. At night, the herd rested together in a tight circle. The calves stayed in the center, protected by the larger bodies around them. Stars filled the sky, and the air cooled. In these moments, the elephants shared memories of past journeys, lost paths, and seasons that were kinder or harsher than this one. The migration was not without challenges. Sometimes the herd encountered dry land where water was expected. Other times, human-made fences blocked ancient routes. When this happened, the matriarch stopped and thought. Slowly, she chose another path, relying on memory older than any map. As days passed, the elephants crossed forests, open savannas, and rocky hills. They stripped bark from trees for food and dug shallow holes in dry riverbeds to find water beneath the surface. Other animals followed them: zebras, antelope, and birds, knowing that where elephants traveled, life often followed. One afternoon, a young calf grew tired and sat down, refusing to move. Its mother touched it gently with her trunk, offering comfort and patience. The herd waited. No one rushed. Migration taught them that moving together mattered more than speed. Finally, after many days, the matriarch stopped near a familiar valley. The air smelled different, fresh and damp. Ahead lay a wide river, full and shining under the sun. The grass nearby was green and tall. A low rumble passed through the herd, a sound of relief and joy. The elephants moved toward the water slowly, respectfully. Calves splashed playfully, spraying water into the air. Adults drank deeply, their trunks filling again and again. The long journey had brought them to safety. In the weeks that followed, the herd rested and fed. The calves grew stronger, learning to use their trunks properly. The adults regained their energy. Yet even in this peaceful place, the matriarch knew the stay was temporary. Seasons would change again, and the journey would continue. Migration was more than movement, it was memory, survival, and connection. Each step carried the knowledge of those who walked before. Each path told a story written into the land itself. As the sun set over the valley, the elephant herd stood together, calm and united. Their journey was long, their lives shaped by distance and time. But wherever they traveled, they carried with them the strength of family, the wisdom of tradition, and the quiet power of moving as one dot. And when the time came, they would walk again following the invisible lines of memory across the earth, guided by the steady steps of the matriarch and the enduring bond of the herd.